New at 7, a man charged in the murder of his 17-year-old girlfriend. What police say they uncovered during the investigation. Plus, it's going to be a chilly start to the new year. Marquise Mita will tell you how long that cold will stick around. Next at 7.
Closed captioning sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound law on your cell phone.
Download the free WESH 2 News app today.
Thousands of flights are delayed in Orlando right now, while hundreds of passengers are trying to make it home after their Christmas vacations. We'll explain how the flight delays are meant to keep everyone safe.
And a vigil held for a teen killed by her boyfriend. What her family had to say about the arrest.
And the man suspected of the deadly Paddock Mall shooting in Ocala is still on the run. The newly released 911 call made from people who were there frantically searching for safety.
WESH 2 News starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news out of Marion County tonight. A 21-year-old man is now behind bars in connection for the murder of a teenage girl.
17-year-old Sophia Lugo was found shot to death inside a home in Ocala earlier this month. WESH 2's Tony Atkins live at a vigil for her. And Tony, it was her boyfriend who was arrested in this case.
Yeah, that's right. Just a very somber scene. Just a few moments ago, dozens of people out here on this block right at the home where Sophia Lugo was last seen.
Oh, it seems as though we're having some trouble with Tony's live shot there, but we do have some more news to follow tonight. A break in a local case.
Yeah, Ocala police officers say someone handed in the red hat worn by the suspect who opened fire inside the Paddock Mall.
Police say the hat could have DNA evidence, and as the search for that suspect continues tonight, police have released a 911 call made right after the shots were fired.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
There was a shooting at the Paddock Mall. We just heard gunshots going off.
How many gunshots?
There was at least 5, 6 gunshots that went off.
That shooting happened on Saturday. Police are looking for Albert Shell Jr., accused of killing this man here, 40-year-old David Barron. He was a local tattoo artist and father.
2 days before Christmas, we had literally just wrapped all of the gifts the night before, like all under the tree, wrapped everything. We were so excited for Christmas because we was going to do our tradition and watch the Christmas Story like we do on Christmas Eve.
Ocala police are offering a $10,000 reward to anyone who can help them find this man, Shell. If you have any information, you're asked to call Ocala police at 352-656-6137.
Melbourne police need help finding the driver who hit and killed a man who was out walking early Christmas morning. Police say Andrew Sofranco was crossing South Harbor City Boulevard just near Strawbridge Avenue when an unknown driver hit him. The 23-year-old from Pennsylvania died from his injuries. He was in Florida celebrating his father and stepmother's wedding. His family has a message for the person responsible.
So I would just plead for that person to please, please, please come forward. It's the first step for them to, get off their conscience and get themselves, have some integrity and, clear their minds of, a mistake that was made.
Yeah, the family has started a GoFundMe page to help with funeral expenses. If you have any information about this crash, you're asked to call Melbourne Police. We have a link to that number on WESH.com. All right, turning our attention now to the forecast. Our other top story is the rain and the cold that's coming in.
Yeah, keep your umbrellas close because we're looking at some more soggy weather moving in from the Gulf Coast. We're checking in now with First Warning meteorologist Marquise Mita. Marquise, break down those chances for our rain.
Well, we'll see the chance for rain start to pick up throughout the overnight hours in the metro. Ocala, you guys might get those showers just a bit earlier. Right now, mostly cloudy skies are what we're sporting here past 7 o'clock as temperatures have already taken a bit of a dive. We're in the upper 50s after an afternoon that had Temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. Got a small breeze coming in from the south and the west, and it's that westerly component really picking up the moisture across the Gulf along the Big Bend area. Ultimately, as you move further south, temperatures still trending a little bit warm in the metro, 67 degrees for Orlando, and we show 70s in Titusville still. Here's a better look at the showers coming in. We see those shades of yellow and orange on our live radar just offshore. That'll be making its way closer to the I-75 corridor overnight, and it's along the I-4 corridor that we'll actually see heavier showers still in the morning tomorrow. But out towards Ocala, we might see some lighter showers start creeping in, possibly within the next half of an hour. We see that 10% chance at 9 o'clock, and that will elevate overnight before the midnight hour, a 40% chance coming your way. And we still have some pockets of precipitation that we'll be dealing with early tomorrow morning, as temperatures should be back in the 50s. We'll see the chance for maybe a quarter inch of rain, but we'll have a better indication of how much rain we're likely to receive before the year comes to an end coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Hundreds of flights in and out of our airports are delayed.
And the lines have been growing longer over the past few hours. WESH 2's tonight, Gebrigetigas joins us live from Orlando International. Tonight, air traffic control has been delaying flights for safety reasons.
Yeah, the Federal Aviation Administration says the holiday rush is causing crowded air traffic. So it put out a delay program in place to help alleviate the volume issues. Says there is a 13.5% increase over last year on people traveling this holiday season. Saturday will be the busiest day for the airport. They expect 187,000 passengers to go through the terminals. Reporting live in Orlando, Snaiga Brigadigas, WESH 2 News.
Developing tonight out of Miami-Dade County, a man is dead and a woman is in the hospital after a helicopter crashed into a canal. Officials say the helicopter was flying in from Fort Myers when it crashed just before 2 this afternoon. Witnesses reported the chopper spinning before it went down. Divers pulled the man out of the water before he was pronounced dead. The woman was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. No word yet on what exactly caused that crash.
State troopers are investigating a crash in Hillsborough County that left at least 3 people dead. They say multiple vehicles were involved in this crash around 3 o'clock this afternoon. It happened on I-75 near Selman Expressway. The Department of Transportation says all lanes of that section of I-75 are still closed. We will update you once we learn more about this crash. A Marion County firefighter has been in a burn unit for almost 2 months, recovering after almost losing his life fighting a fire.
Yeah, Captain Chris Trublehorn has been through 10 surgeries, but is making progress. WESH 2's Michelle Meredith tells us about a milestone in his recovery this week.
All right, still to come, it is a controversial topic. Should governments get rid of Confederate statues?
That conversation brought to light today with the removal of a monument in Jacksonville. The opinions from both sides about this decision and the history behind it.
It is a testament to the power of the people in Jacksonville.
The spot where a Confederate monument stood just yesterday is now vacant. Tristan Hardy shares people's thoughts on the decision to take the statue down. Mayor Deegan says the statue was put up in the early 1900s to promote Jim Crow laws and intimidate African Americans. She says, quote, symbols matter. They tell the world what we stand for and what we aspire to be.
Central Florida has already hosted 1 college bowl game, and there will be 2 more between now and New Year's afternoon. The next 2 games will both be at Camping World Stadium. WESH 2's Dave McDaniel looks at what these games mean locally when it comes to tourism dollars. In 2022, between football games, soccer, concerts, and other events, Camping World had roughly 1 million visitors.
Wow. All right, those visitors have high expectations when they come here during December. We don't want to let anybody down. Let's get to Marquise Mita with what we can expect, and it's going to get cold out there.
Going to get cold for us by Florida standards, but I know that Kansas and NC, they're going to be coming down to visit us. They're used to those cooler temperatures. What they might not be used to is tailgating in the rain. We'll see those showers overnight and throughout the morning tomorrow. One of your top weather headlines for us here in Central Florida, but in the afternoon we'll start to dry out just before kickoff. But as you mentioned, Nancy, we will be cooling down. You'll need to grab your jackets for New Year's Eve as we've got some chilly weather ushering in from the north and the west. Here's a look at your temperatures out the door past 7 o'clock. 67 in Orlando, where we have mostly cloudy skies over my shoulder. You drop to the upper 50s in Ocala. We're checking a chance for rain actually coming in a little bit earlier than scheduled across north and western Florida. That'll cool you down even further tonight into the lower 50s. And here's a look at those showers right across the Big Bend area into I-75. Lighter rain is going to exist. We'll zoom in a little bit tighter. We see the showers now moving across Sumter County into Bushnell. Possible lighter rain into Leesburg, the Villages as well. And we'll see better chances for precipitation south of the I-4 corridor tonight. Here's what we're looking at in Orlando. We'll see that rain start to pick up just before midnight. A 50% chance for showers by 11 o'clock. That'll elevate as we head into the early morning hours tomorrow. We see that 60% chance at 3 and a 70% chance for more consistent rain around 5 o'clock. So here's what we're watching on the futurecast. We do see the rain clustering around I-4, rising from the south and west to the north and east. And if you're along our coastal communities in New Smyrna, Titusville, overnight you'll see those showers still persisting, and we do see some heavier rain out towards Osceola County and Kissimmee and St. Cloud, even past sunrise on Thursday morning. Thankfully, most of the precipitation, we pushed that offshore. It looks like your Pop-Tarts bowl game, that's going to start right around 5:45, in which we're going to be trending dry after the passing of these showers. High temperatures for tomorrow should peak in the low to the upper 60s, and before it's all said and done, we could possibly wrap up your Thursday with another quarter inch of rain. Here's the cold front that's going to dry us out. That'll be moving past us by Thursday afternoon, kicking those showers to the curb, but what lies beyond it, dry and cool conditions that will carry throughout the rest of your year. So your Pop-Tarts Bowl forecast has us watching the radar for the tailgate. By 5:45, we're just cloudy and cool with high temperatures peaking in the middle of the 60s, but much cooler temperatures are beyond in the forecast. Here's what you're waking up to on New Year's Eve, possibly 36 degrees in Ocala, so we are trending rather frosty. And as you factor in that wind chill, you'll need to bundle up. It's going to feel like you're closer to the freezing level. For us in Orlando, the coolest that we're going to be is 41 degrees on New Year's Eve. Still chilly, though, overnight heading into New Year's Day with overnight lows of 44. The good news is we're trending dry. The bad news, well, we need to bundle up here in Central Florida.
An unexpected sight on a busy freeway.
Ready for this? A highway heifer. Yep, I said that. Escaped from its trailer. The roundup effort from bystanders and even a cowboy on horseback. Well, it is not quite who or what you'd expect to share the road with. That's a cow right there.
Yes, it is. So drivers got a live-action cowboy show after that cow got loose on a busy freeway, and bystanders started stepping in to help wrangle it.
Yeah, this was the scene last night in Springfield, Missouri. A real-life cowboy rode in on horseback to try to catch it. Did he just call this guy? Like, how does that work?
I guess so.
All right, he finally caught it with a rope and loaded it back into the trailer. And it got out of, and they put him right back in that trailer, and off he went. So they just had a cowboy on standby, I guess. I don't know.
That video was chaos. Everyone was running around like they had no clue what was going on.
And the traffic, did you see the traffic just going on as well? That's incredible. They didn't shut that whole road down. Wow.
I'm sure it caused some delays. Okay, having a real Christmas tree for the holidays is, of course, wonderful.
Yeah, they look and smell great, right? But what do you do with it once the season is over? Well, one farm in Connecticut has a hungry herd that can't wait to chow down on them. We're on an animal kick here.
I love it.
The Roaring Acres Alpaca Farm gladly takes tree donations as a healthy snack for their animals.
It's adorable.
The alpacas love to crunch on the needles. They're so cute. The farm owners have been collecting trees in Connecticut for years now. They say you should consider bringing your tree to a farm near you.
And you're helping the alpacas.
That close-up of their face.
They're
so
sweet.
Cute. All right, if you live in Orlando and can't find any alpacas, just Google it and see if they have any around near where you live. Here's how to ditch your Christmas tree. Michelle's Googling it right now. City officials say trees can be put on the curb like your normal yard waste. They'll pick them up for you on waste collection day before 6 a.m. Make sure you take all the tinsel and ornaments off. And if your tree is taller than 6 feet, they ask you to cut it in half. If you live in an apartment, check out the list of tree drop-off sites on our website. Just go to WESH.com, and you're still looking for alpacas.
I've found an alpaca farm in Claremont.
Here we go.
So we'll have to reach out.
We're headed there.
All right, here's what we're working on for our late night newscast.
Yeah, we will hear more from the family of 17-year-old Sophia Lugo. This is such a sad case. She was found shot and killed in a home in Ocala. And we are also reading through the arrest report of 21-year-old Saul Garcia Macias, who is now charged with her murder. What detectives found out about what he was doing that night.
And a Florida man is accused of stabbing his mother and sister, while the family says there were signs that made them afraid of him the night before all of this happened. We'll see you tonight at 10 and 11. Have a great night.